Diego Velazquez. And James also lost a tooth. Congratulations, James.
Diego Velazquez was born in 1599 and he died in 1660.
Here is a picture of Diego Velazquez. It is inside your student booklet. You can cut it out.
Thank you,
And then also,
thank you. He's Mexican.
He is from Spain. He is not from Mexico. He is from Spain, right here. At this time in history, in 1642, the English Civil War begins. In 1643, the Taj Mahal was completed. And in 1670, Hudson Bay Company was founded.
Yay! 11 years old. He told his parents that he wants to be a painter.
An apprentice under Pacheco, an artist at Pacheco.
It became clear very early on that Velazquez was a much better artist than Pacheco.
He enjoyed painting people doing everyday things.
He had been the king painter.
Right, he became the king's painter. He painted portraits of the royal family. He also painted their everyday life, to document their life, and he painted battles, and he even got the special job of being able to decorate the entire palace.
That sounds amazing! In 1659, he was awarded the Cross of Santiago, which means he became a noble. It was 1 year before he died.
Piece of artwork under Diego Velazquez that we're going to study is probably his most famous piece of work. It is called Las Meninas.
Las Meninas.
And it was painted in 1656. And this is while he was a painter for the Spanish royal court for the royal family. And this is a really great picture because it talks about focal point, which means what is the center of activity, of the interest. You can see that here is the little princess, little 5-year-old princess, Princess Margarita. And you can see she has her servants with her. And this is a kind of a hard picture to look at. And we could probably
It's really dark.
It's because it's from the printer. But you can see that Diego Velazquez paints himself in the picture right here. And he's painting himself painting the princess. Maybe another piece of work. But this is his studio within the royal palace. And so we'll try to include a better picture so you can see it. Maybe a little bit more clear. But and here is a mirror that has the king and queen's reflection. And also in his studio, you can see on the walls are different pieces of his other artwork that he's chosen to include within this piece. The second piece of artwork that we are going to talk about is called The Old Woman Frying Eggs. It was painted sometime between 1618 and 1623. Velazquez enjoyed going into his hometown of Seville and to be able to paint normal life. And here you can see that there is this woman here frying eggs. It looks like a realistic picture, like a photograph, which was very unique at this time. He uses chiaroscuro, I'm not sure if I can get that right, is the use of light and shadows in a work of art that makes a three-dimensional object. So you can see that these look like they're three-dimensional and there's depth to this picture. The woman here also is interesting because she also makes an appearance in his next picture that we're going to study, which is the Christ in the house of Mary and Martha. The third piece of artwork that we are going to focus on is called Christ in the house of Martha and Mary. This was painted in 1618 using oil paints on a canvas. It needs to be mentioned this time that the art easel became more popular during this period, which kind of revolutionized the artwork. Because before it was just mostly mural paintings, which really restricted to where you put the artwork. Because once it was painted, it had to stay on that wall or on the ceiling. And now you can take your artwork with you, paint different things, different people of what you saw, and then it was much more mobile. Then you could put it on different walls and move it around to where you would like. So this painting is based on the Bible story of Martha and Mary, which is from Luke chapter 10. You can see that this woman makes her appearance again from the old woman frying eggs. You can see in the foreground the women preparing the meal in the foreground, while Jesus is in the background with the other women. you can see how Velazquez uses perspective in painting his pictures and how he can help you to be able to see things from a different angle than maybe what you would have thought in your mind or what you maybe were seeing at that time. He wanted to help you to see life from a different perspective. The last piece of art that we are going to study for today is called Las Hilanandras. And this is based on the mythological story between the goddess Athena and a woman named Arachne. In the story, Arachne boasts that she is the most skilled weaver or tapestry maker. And of course, Athena is offended because she is the goddess of weaving. So it's a fake mythological god. But
I thought it was a female god.
Yes. So of course, then there is a competition between Arachne and Athena, where Arachne maybe demonstrates to be a more skilled weaver. So Athena becomes upset and changes Arachne into a spider where she will weave the rest of her life. But what is very interesting about this piece of art is that Velazquez does not focus on her transformation into a spider. Instead, he focuses on before the competition, what the scene appeared to him before the competition even began.
She's turning into a spider.
And so
She's turning into a spider.
this is also where he uses different scenes and moods within the foreground and the background. Inside the competition between Arachne and Athena, Arachne portrays the gods in a negative light. So that's where Athena becomes upset that she portrayed the mythological gods within a negative light. But you can see that there are different feelings going in the foreground and in the background, and also where he uses the chiaroscuro again, which is the use of light and shadows to draw attention to different places within the painting. Now it is your turn for learning how to draw a picture like Diego Velazquez, where you can draw a picture of your family doing everyday life together. You can draw maybe something that you enjoy doing, maybe something that your family enjoys doing together, but just something normal, something that you could maybe pretend to take a quick snapshot of a picture and be like, this is my family, this is what we do on a normal, ordinary day. Maybe it's eating dinner, cooking together, drawing, reading. It can even be sleeping because that's normal. And let's admit it, we all enjoy sleeping. Explain your piece of artwork.
I did not really draw what we do everyday life, but I did draw some parts of a school.
Well, that's what we do school together, don't we? So that's part of what we do every day.
But it's not finished.
Well, we're still working on it.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Explain your picture.
There's the ball, there's like a journal, and there's a spelling book, and a math book, and there's an A+ book for like math. And there's an apple, and there's the clock.
Awesome. Great picture, bud. All right, James, explain to us your picture of our everyday life.
So we mostly do homework,
We do a lot of homework.
but I think a lot during the homework of stuff I do really want to do. The fun stuff we should do someday.
Is that riding your bike? I see a bicycle on there.
Yep.
Great job, buddy.
I think a motorcycle.
Tell us about your picture.
So this is me. So wait, that's me. So that's me, and that's me playing music. And that's you cooking grill stuff like hamburgers. And that's part of my story. And this is my slide.
So you have a slide. You and Ridley are You and Ridley are playing music, and Mommy's cooking hamburgers. That sounds about right.
Big thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that notification bell for you guys and hear our latest episode. So stay tuned. See you guys later. Bye. Bye.